So sorry for before to the one person who was watching. Um, I just had problems with the stream, um, but I fixed it. Now let's talk about really what my journey was. Okay. First of all, I'm 16, so I'm really new to this. So I'm gonna make mistakes along the way. Anyway, here in Italy, see that like it's very late in the morning, so it's gonna be quick. It's very late in the evening. Um, so what was my journey? It all started in the last year of middle school, where my life was not really going great, and so I started to like try to get some meaning in my life, try to get different things. Firstly, I was really obsessed with like businesses, even if I didn't start anything. It's still part of my journey, and then I quickly realized that that wasn't it. So I started consuming content from Cliff and Stewart. Uh, I started, getting into all those debates, Alex O'Connor, um, guys like that. Okay, so the guys that are really important today, right? Um, and little by little, I start questioning my assumptions from atheism. I start to wonder about whether or not I belong, like whether or not there was meaning. One thing that impressed me was not only the moral argument, because yeah, okay, yeah, all of that was not the life of Jesus, that which I underestimated at the time as a figure, as a as the values that he gave, and exactly who he was, the Son of God, who came on earth. Um, but here's the thing: at the time, I was not convinced. It took a little bit of time, various experiences, various arguments. Then I finally converted. I was finally, deciding, like, yeah, that is true in my opinion. So I start to get into um, really why do people that share this faith really believe in this? What are not only like the beliefs against atheism, but like, okay, God exists. And I was certain of that. At some point, I remember that I did not know who God is. I just knew that God is. So I started getting into all of this, starting to compare Islam and Christianity and Judaism and every single religion that I could find. Um, Simply because there were some questions that I could not answer in atheism, such as what's the meaning of life, such as like why are certain things binding. So I started getting into that. I started getting passionate about even what the apologetics of Christians are. I don't know. I listened because I listened to audiobooks. I listened to um, William Lane Craig, Reasonable Faith book, Reasonable Faith. I don't know if you uh, read the book, if you know it, but really it is an important book. I read the ones of Frank Turek um, about, I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. I read C.S. Lewis, Mere Christianity. Um, and then I started to really know that the heart of it was trying to get the Bible. So I started to get into the textual, really things, right? Like the debates between Muslims and Christians. That's where Avery of God Logic came into my life. That's where Sam Shamoon came into my life. That's where all of these personalities came into my life. Um, and so at some point, I remember, like not long ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I was really starting to question Christianity. So I said, well, what's the most similar one is Islam. Um, but then I came in on uh, every s- every stream, every stream. It was about God's omnipotence. He made the argument from can Allah have a son, and so yeah, uh, convinced me. But through God logic, I then restarted to get into the Bible, so restarted to read the Gospels, and it just was like falling in love all over again. It just felt like this man was who he said he was. It just felt like it was like this. Um, so I got to thank them a lot. Um, my life's really short, like you know, dealing with all the things that teenagers have to deal with. Um, but I'm very blessed. So like mine was purely intellectual, basically. Like it was at some point in middle school I was kind of getting bullied, right? So I started to like question my worth, question who really who I was, and started to like really get into these debates, these topics that are meaningful, that are complex, and that are worth trying to um, explore, at least in my opinion, obviously. Um, and I think that if you ever will see this stream, um, you would probably mm, you would probably understand it. Um, I mean, why am I talking about this? This is a really great question. I don't know. Probably because I wanted to talk about like Islam and everything. Maybe invite some people to come and talk to me, um, come debate me. Um, so I guess that was the that was the idea. And I don't know if someone ever comes along and says, "Okay, I want this video to be made. I will look into this. I will look into everything that you guys in the future, obviously, because right now we're zero people, no one watching. Um, but you are like interested in the future. Um, I will talk about certain topics. I already have in mind to talk about Jesus's claims to deity, um, how really the term Messiah really means a godlike figure, even in Judaism. Talk about why I think that Islam is false. Something, the idea is to make a journey with you guys in which I can learn more about the Lord Jesus Christ. Um, so I'm sorry about the stream before that didn't go really well, but here I am. And if you ever see this, God bless you guys.